All right, so Golgoroth Challenge Mode is out now, and Briar, you have done it because I ended up oversleeping. What is the actual challenge for this mode?
The main change to the Golgoroth fight now is to complete challenge mode, you have to transfer Golgoroth's gaze to all 6 players on your team, all 6 raid team members.
Every single time, right?
Every single time there's a damage phase.
So you said, okay, I have the gaze. That kind of starts the whole, you need to do as much damage as possible, and then everyone will have to start grabbing the gaze after that.
Correct.
That's actually a lot of work to do, especially if you're doing the 6-orb strategy, because that's going to require people jumping out, jumping in, jumping out, jumping in. A lot of coordination.
Right.
Something tells me that the 1-orb strategy is still very viable here.
Very much so. So that's actually how I completed it. We continued to use the 1-orb strategy, which I think is the most popular strategy in the community right now.
Oh, yeah.
Where we have a dedicated, gaze getter, and then we have 5 guys jump into the pit to do damage. The only change was after when we had about 15 seconds of the original gaze left, I jumped out. I was the second man. I went and got the gaze when there was about 2 to 3 seconds left of the original gaze. So the original gazer was counting down like he normally does. Mm-hmm. When he hit 15, I jumped out of the pit. I stopped doing damage. When he hit about 3, 2, 1, I would fire a sniper rifle shot into Golgoroth's back. Now get the gaze. That also triggered the other 4 team members that were still in the pit to jump out of the pit. We assigned everybody a number. Your number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. They were split up between 2 sides, so the evens were on one side and the odds were on another. And they could just ping pong the gaze between themselves. We weren't actually doing any damage after the number 2 guy got the gaze.
And after you start getting the gaze, you don't have to let it run its full duration either. Like you don't. You can literally ping pong it back and forth once you have the gaze.
I think it takes like 3 or 4 seconds for his back to open back up, and the next guy can get it.
Okay. So what type of loot were you guys getting from it?
We got another calcified fragment, of course. I think that's the 49th calcified fragment. I got 320 armor. Nice. I believe you can get chest armor, boots, or gauntlets. I got gauntlets, but another raid team member got a chest and another raid team member got boot. And you can get another artifact, but I think it maxes out at 310. And you also get a really awesome emblem that's purple and has a spider on it.
Overall, your opinions on the challenge itself. What do you think of it?
It's more interesting than the War Priest last week, but it's still not as interesting as I was hoping. Of course, my hope for challenge mode is that it would, add a bit of replayability to the raids. This one it's definitely more interesting because a lot of raid team members have never even gone for the gaze, right? They've never tried it at all. But I will say I did it with an LFG group this morning, and we did it on our second try.
I actually like this challenge mode way over the War Priest because this one you actually have to do something different than your normal strategy.
That's true.
No one's doing a gaze holder everyone doing gaze holding every single damage phase. Like that strategy doesn't exist out there. So that's definitely something that people will start getting more comfortable grabbing the gaze. Maybe then on non-challenge mode weeks they can feel more comfortable holding Golgoroth's gaze like normally.
Yeah. The way it kind of works out though with the 1-orb strategy is it's really, you hold that gaze for all of 3 or 4 seconds. Maybe Golgoroth shoots
one thing at you.
Yeah, like he shoots like a 4-round burst at you. Mm-hmm. Maybe he gets a second one off. Probably not. So the chance of you actually being in danger are pretty low. Except for the 6th guy, he's got to endure like Golgoroth's full rage. But there's 5 other guys shooting those orbs for you. Yeah. So it's...
and during the last one, since it is technically a full duration one, you could do another damage phase during that one as well.
Yeah, you could.
If you
really absolutely could.
Yeah. So just save make sure the last one. If you do the front left orb as your first one, make sure the last one would be facing like the front right.
Yeah.
And there you go.
It's completely not necessary though. I mean, you can take them down in 3 phases. Especially at the light level people have now. I feel like it's pretty common to find people that are 312, 313, 314 light level.
Not everyone's there. You really have to have run hard mode to like start getting up to that light level. But yeah, people are, and basically you'll be able to do it if you're above 300 light. you should be able to do it in about 3 to 4 damage phases.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Briar. I definitely think the community will respond better to this challenge mode. It is kind of unfortunate that they said if you do one orb strat, you're gonna have more difficult time, and it's probably easier to do the one orb strat yet again.
It's totally easier. It's still easier.
All right. Well, this has been Patrick Casey with Planet Destiny.
I'm Briar Rabbit with Planet Destiny. You can find me on at the Briar Rabbit on Twitter or at the Briar Rabbit channel.
All right, and we will see you guys later.